Dear students, welcome to virtual class of Municipal Corporation of Greater Mumbai. I am Sreekumar. The class is for 7th standard students. Subject is mathematics. Let me begin the class. Dear students, the chapter is angles and pairs of angles. The last video was mainly on pairs of angles. Little more properties related with angles and a triangle will be explained in this lesson or video. I will be giving the link of the earlier video below. That will help you to get a continuous lesson of angles and pairs of angles. Let me recollect what was given or what was taught last class. First thing you studied or understood was about adjacent angles. The peculiarity of adjacent angles are that one peculiarity is that they are having a common side, and the two angles will be on either side of the common side, and angles will be originating from common vertex. Just to remind you, I will roughly draw it over here. Here is an angle and one more angle from the same vertex and having a common side. This is common side. This make these two angles, this angle and this angle, adjacent angles. Understood? That was one thing you learned in the last class. Now, if you think further, recollect further, you know that there is a concept of complementary angles. Complementary angles are those angles or those pair of angles having their sum of their measurement is equal to 90 degree. In that case, we remember or we know that we had made a right angle first, which we know that it is 90 degree. Then we divided that right angle to make a pair of angles. This is just like adjacent angles only, but the fact is that the sum is 90 degree we know, and there are two angles or a pair of angles where their sum is equal to 90 degree. We also understood that if these angles are separate, it can be like this also. One angle here, suppose this is roughly about 60 degree, another angle roughly about 30 degree. Okay, this is 30 degree roughly, this is 60 degree. If you sum the measure of it, that too becomes 90 degree and it comes under the category of complementary angles. Okay, this is the second type of pair of angles you studied in the last class. Now moving ahead, we studied about supplementary angles. In supplementary angles, the sum is sum of a pair of angles. All these are about pair of angles. 180 degree, where you found that just like complementary angles, it can be angles having angles in such a way that looks like a straight line, and if we measure here where the common origin, it is 180 degree, and there is no pair of angles. For that we need to make an angle here or an arrow here. So this makes this 180 degree divided into two separate angles. Roughly we can say that this is equal to 120 degree and 60 degree. That is one way of supplementary angles. Or just like the case of complementary angle, it can be two separate angles, one of this much size, let it be. Okay, the measurement over here, it can be 120 degree, and another angle this way, and measuring up to 60 degree. That means again sum total is equal to 180 degree. You will say this also as supplementary angle. They are pair of angles whose total is equal to 180 degree. Correct? So this is another pair of or another kind of angle you studied in the last class. Correct? Now you will be having, you also studied about more such kinds of angles, such as angles in a linear pair. What are they? Linear pair, as the name indicates, are pairs of angles which are on a line. How it can be? It can be in this way. Suppose that there is a line, and an angle, a set of angles, a pair of angles can be formed on that simply by drawing a arrow on that, just like our supplementary angle, and it will result in the formation of two angles of which total will be equal to 180 degree. We call them as angles in a linear pair. Understood? So that is another thing you studied in the last class. Vertically opposite angle. Vertically opposite angles are formed when two lines intersect. Suppose that there is a line like this, another line like this. Let it be like this. So they intersect and make four angles, and opposite angles in this are congruent, equal to each other, and we named such angles as vertically opposite angle, and they are congruent, they are equal. Two pairs of vertically opposite angles formed. So remember all these things, because I am repeating it because they are very important for future understanding of geometry. Now, interior angles of a polygon. Polygon is having a meaning that having many sides. Minimum 3 sides required to make a closed figure like triangle. We know that. This we are talking about polygon. It can be triangle, can be quadrilateral, can be what we say pentagon, can be hexagon, anything like that. Interior angles of a polygon, let us start with the triangle itself. Okay. And the total of the measure of the angle of this triangle, if you really measure it with the help of protractor, you will find that the sum of the measure of the angles, let me name it as triangle ABC, and this is angle A, this is angle B, and angle C. So if I measure angle A plus angle B plus angle C, if I take the measurement of it, the total will be equal to 180 degrees. Practically proved, many times proved. So this is a polygon, three-sided, 1, 2, 3. So a three-sided polygon here, and I got 180 degree as it's the measure of interior angles. I am thinking about taking another polygon. That is a four-sided figure. I will be taking. Suppose this is the four-sided figure I am taking. Now we have to measure the angle. You know that it is 90 degree each angle. In that case, I will simply change that. I will change that figure, because it is known to us that in the case of a quadrilateral like rectangle, the total will be easily 90 into 4. So let me take a parallelogram where you are not sure about what is the size of each angle. And here we are having 4 angles. We are trying to find out the measure of these angles, and that can be how it can be. For that we need protractor, but there is another idea. The idea is simply divide this figure into triangles, because one triangle constitutes 3 angles 180 we know. So now there are 2 triangles in this. If there are 2 triangles, what we will do? We know that, let me name this as angle 1, angle 2 and angle 3. This as angle 4, angle 5, angle 6. आपको समझने के लिए ऐसा नंबर ला रहा हूँ. We know that 1 plus 2 plus 3, the measure of these angles, will be equal to 180, and that of 4 plus 5 plus 6 also will be 180. Total will be 360. What is the polygon here? Polygon is a quadrilateral, 4-sided quadrilateral, and we got 360 degree. Okay, so that is, there is some learning in that. We learned something. 3-sided 180, 4-sided 360. Okay, so in that case we will go for 5-sided figure. Yes, here is a 5-sided figure. इसको हम क्या करेंगे? ट्रायंगल जैसा डिवाइड करेंगे. How to make triangles out of this? We'll try for that. We will be dividing this into triangles. For example, एक line इधर draw किया और एक line इधर draw किया. So I got 3 triangles. Good. So it will be in such a way that 3 into 180, right? 0, 3 8s are 24 and 5 40. How many sides? 1 2 3 4 5. When it is 5-sided, I got 540. When it is 3-sided, 180, 4-sided, 360, 5-sided, 540. Okay. Some equation can be developed. The basic understanding is triangle which is 3-sided having interior angle always 180. ये हमारा knowledge है. 180. And 180, 360, 540. The difference is 180 degree each. Correct? The difference is 180 degree each. Here. That means next we got 360. Next we got 540. Next again, if we add 180 to this, it will be 540, 620, 720. Six-sided figure. Six-sided figure कैसा होगा? देखता हूँ. Whether we are having six-sided figure. Yes. Here is a six-sided figure. Beautiful six-sided. How many triangles can be formed? We will see. Each triangle 180. That is our hisab. So let me try. I am not sure about how it works. Here is a triangle. Here is a triangle. Sorry. Here is another triangle. Okay. Here is another triangle. That means 1, 2, 3, 4. Here it was 1, 2, 3. Correct. That means here it was 2 into 180. Here it is 3 into 180. Here it is 4 into 180. That means there is a series. When it was four-sided, when the figure was four-sided, we multiplied with 2. Five-sided, multiplied 180 with 3. Six-sided, multiplied 180 with 4. That means if n is the number of sides, minus 2, that is minus 2, into 180 degree will be the interior angles of a polygon. I stop here. Very clear. Okay. Number of sides minus 2 into 180 will be the total interior angles of a polygon. That is the story. We will move ahead. We will move ahead with all this knowledge, all this we know. And we got at last the conclusion that interior angle of polygon can be calculated with a formula n minus 2 into 180. ये हमारा प्रोडक्ट है. चलो आगे जाएंगे. We will go ahead. Exterior angle of a triangle. हम बाहर आ रहे हैं. Exterior angle of a triangle. What is that exterior angle of a triangle? For that we need triangle first. Let this be the triangle. Exterior angle of a triangle. Let this triangle be little colorful. Okay. I am going to make you understand the concept of exterior angle of a triangle. For that I should make exterior angle to make you understand. I will make it roughly. Extend the sides. I am extending this side here. Extending this side to 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 here. angles are formed, exterior angles are formed. First time you came to know, and we are seeing the exterior angles with our eyes. Understood? There are angles formed. Whenever we extend, an angle is formed. By extending this, we got this angle. Don't consider this. Here there is no angle. Here an angle is formed. The same way, when we extend, here an angle formed. Here an angle formed. Here an angle formed. Here an angle formed. To make you understand, a single angle I will draw now and will make you understand why that angle becomes the exterior angle. Look here. This is a triangle, and I am going to extend a single side of it. Extending a single side of it. Okay. So what happened? Here an angle is formed. Understood? So that much only. If I extend on the other side, if I extend here, where the angle is found? An angle is found. Sorry. An angle is found here. Understood? So these are exterior angles of a triangle. Now, after understanding about exterior angle, there are certain property for this exterior angle which is the most important aspect of this chapter. For that, I need to draw the triangle here. I'll draw a triangle here. Now need to extend a side of it to create an exterior angle. Let me extend this. Okay, it is extended properly. Now we need to identify the exterior angle here. The property over here, what we are trying to understand is that we know that the total measure of this angle, which we studied as a linear pair, will be equal to 180 degree, right? And we also know that the sum of the measure of interior angles of a triangle is also 180. Correct? So let me name this triangle P, Q, R to denote this extension as S. So I am supposed to write, or I am forced to write, angle P plus angle Q plus angle R, this one. Here is an interior also, an exterior angle also. So I will write angle PRQ. तो अंदर का हो जाएगा, is equal to 180 degree. Why? Because angle sum, property of a triangle. Now I am also supposed to write, this is PRQ is inside. If I take PRQ and PRS, that makes a linear pair. That means if I write PRQ, measure of it, plus measure of PRS, the exterior angle, this one, that also will make 180 degree measure because it is linear pair. इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? इसमें भी PRQ है, इसमें भी PRQ है. So PRQ is having an important role here. If P plus Q is added to PRQ, it becomes 180. If PRS is added to PRQ, then also it becomes 180. इसका मतलब P plus Q is equal to PRS. Mathematically कैसे लिखेंगे? We can write angle P plus angle Q plus angle PRQ, जो interior angle है, is equal to angle PRQ plus angle PRS. तभी अपना नजर जाएंगे किधर? We'll take care that here PRQ is here, PRQ is here. इसको subtract करेंगे, दोनों साइड से निकाल देंगे. That means angle P plus angle Q is equal to angle PRS. My dear students, very important property you learned. What is that? The measure of an exterior angle, this angle, of a triangle is equal to the sum of the measures of the remote interior angle. इसका measurement, ये दोनों angle, if I write 1 and 2, 1 plus 2 का total रहेगा this exterior angle का measurement. We take this particular theorem, very important, and it is also named as exterior angle theorem. It is also named as remote interior angle theorem. Remote meaning दूर का angle, ये दोनों को दूर का angle है. किससे दूर है? exterior से. Remote interior angle theorem, which is having a lot of application. Very important. With this information, I would like to close the video, because this needs to be thoroughly understood, repeated, and you will be attempting the sums given in the textbook for practice. The first sum is almost like this, what is given over here, almost a repetition of it. Here I wrote 180. Suppose if the measurement of this particular one is, this is equal to, here I am writing, this is equal to 140 degree. तो हमको मालूम है ये 40 डिग्री है, ये 40 डिग्री है, तो 180 होना मांगते हैं ना ट्रायंगल के इनसाइड. These together will make 140. These two. And this is equal to this. That way we will write and prove with the help of remote interior angle theorem. Now click on the subscription button below to subscribe the channel, then the bell button to get the notifications of the new videos. Thank you.